Hey VC, it's Trevor back with another flat round and spun after a little hiatus there. Life happens, so haven't been able to do a video. So here's the thing, I'm gonna get back into doing videos, starting off with a contest that ends today. The biggest procrastinator in the world here. So this contest is for Rob at Northern Revolutions up there in Canada. Rob, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure I shouted him out quite a while ago when he first came out, and he has skyrocketed in subscribers. I think he's over 500 right now. And Rob, really cool storyteller, loves his Canadian artists, loves alt country and rock, and loves the Beatles. He has probably the biggest Beatles collection I've ever seen, so that's cool. Well, he has a contest called Get to Know Ya, and first thing, he's got 3 things you need to do. First, subscribe. Done long time ago. I think I was like in the double digits of his subscribers early on. And then next is shout out another channel that has less subscribers than you. I hate to use less than, but that's the way it is. So I'd like to give a shout out to Weston Winkle. He's also a fellow Seattle guy. And I guess we kind of connected because when I did my concert review a couple months ago, and I was shooting some footage of the bands, he walked right by and he mentioned, "Hey, that's me walking by." So, you know, now we're subscribe buddies. So, and maybe I'll see him the next time the Circle Jerks are coming into town next month. So hopefully we'll see him there. So subscribe to him. He's into the hardcore and metal like I do, but he's got a cool collection of bootlegs. So check out his stuff. So that's Weston. The other part of the contest, of the Get to Know You part, is bring out 3 records and a story anecdote with it to go along with them. So I have them here. So the first one I'd like to do is all of us in the vinyl community or just music fans, you always remember your first. And I still have the first record I ever bought with my own money. And I remember I was about 8 years old at the time. I had to save up my allowance for this. And in the Metro Detroit area, there is a chain of drugstores called Perry Drugs, and they had a small record section. And the first thing I bought was Alice Cooper, From the Inside, 1978. This was new at the time. He's even still got the hype sticker for How You Gonna See Me Now. And several years later, you know, someone wrote on it. I don't know. I think it was this guy. But yeah, I still love this record. It just, in recent years, I realized that David Foster produced this, which, if anyone knows me, I have an extreme hatred for David Foster because he is, to me, the most arrogant person in the music industry. But anyway, and the other cool thing about this album is that it was co-written with Bernie Taupin, famous with Elton John. It's stories from when Alice was trying to get sober after years of drinking, and all the songs are of characters that he met in, it wasn't a rehab, it was a mental institution that he went to. So a really interesting record, great record. Check it out sometime if you can, if you haven't already. Next up, in the late 80s when I was in high school, I was in band, played alto sax, and the school band, we ended up going to Toronto for some competition, and don't ask me how well we did. This was, you know, well over 30 years ago. So, but I remember they let us loose and go, you know, hit the town. And, of course, where do I go? I go to a record store. Now, I was buying cassettes at the time because that was the heyday of it. I mean, CDs were just coming out, but they were relatively more expensive, and I didn't have a CD player at the time. But anyway, I was also, along with my metal, I was getting into punk rock. And I wanted to get Nevermind the Bollocks from the Sex Pistols, but they didn't have that. They did have this compilation of what I guess is singles and B-sides, and I just recently found this a couple years ago at used, but it's Sex Pistols Flogging a Dead Horse. The singles from Nevermind the Bollocks, you got Anarchy in the UK, God Save the Queen, Pretty Vacant, Holidays in the Sun. But there's like some other stuff. You got the Great Rock and Roll Swindle from the movie. You got Sid Vicious version of My Way, which I absolutely love, and sounds really cool at the very end of Goodfellas. But yeah, it just, whenever I, you know, listen to this, I think of that trip to Toronto, and knowing how expensive tapes were. I also, on that trip, I got the cassette of the debut of Suicidal Tendencies, and I paid $17 for it in 1987, and the whole album clocks in at about just under a half hour. So I was just like, kind of a ripoff. But anyway, that's a classic too. But yes, Sex Pistols, Flogging a Dead Horse. And finally, I've mentioned many times that I worked for this record store chain in Metro Detroit called Harmony House. I worked for them twice. The first time it was at their warehouse that, you know, was the distribution center for all the stores. Well, every so often, artists would come in, usually for a luncheon, and which for me, even if it was someone I didn't care about, I'm like, cool, free lunch, because I wasn't getting paid a whole lot, but hey, free food, and I was like 20 at the time, so bring it. Anyway, this was in December of 1990, and someone came up to me because they knew I was the token metalhead guy, and they told me, hey, Trev, Judas Priest is coming in for a luncheon, and I'm like, oh my God. So, of course, that morning of this luncheon, I bring in all the stuff that I have to get signed, because a lot of times at these luncheons, people, the artists know, it's just like, yeah, they're just here for free food. They knew I was a fan. I mean, I looked at it. I looked the part, which I'll post some pictures here during this story. But, you know, I had a bunch of stuff signed. My Painkillers CD, because that's what they were promoting at the time. I got that signed. I got a videotape signed. Anyway, I got the record of it. That's what I need to show. I need to show this. Painkiller. This is what they were promoting. Great album. This was kind of a comeback record for them, because a lot of people really dissed on the '86 album Turbo, me being one of them. Ram It Down, the next one, no one really cared about it, at least in my circles. But this one really brought the Priest back, and it's a great, great record. But the cool story about this record was during that luncheon, I'm talking to the metal god himself, Rob Halford, and he asked me, hey, are you going to the show tonight? And I'm like, well, no, I didn't have money for a ticket, and Sony, their distributor, were kind of, you know, the purse strings were kind of tight with them with comp tickets. So Rob himself calls over his road manager and says, hey, get his name, make sure he's coming to the show tonight. And so, yes, Rob Halford got me into the show, which there is video of that specific show on YouTube, which I will put a link in the description for that one. It's all pro shot because it's at the Palace of Auburn Hills, and this is from the footage that you see on the screen. So it's multi-camera. That's my cat Izzy. Hi, I'm talking about Judas Priest. Do you care? Do you mind? Anyway, so that was the great night, seeing Priest for the first time and getting to meet them, and it was awesome. So that's my my 3 records. So again, if you don't already subscribe to Rob, please hit a subscribe. I'll put a link to his channel, also with Wes's channel. And here's my special guest, my fat cat. Here, there's Izzy. Hi, Izzy. So, anyway, I'm going to try to get back. As you can tell, I have a different background now. My wife got a new job that she's going to be working from home, so she needs this room for office, so I got relegated to this wall. So, you know, this stuff isn't showing in her screen. And I'm going along, and this cat is moving the camera. So, anyway, we'll talk to you later, guys. See ya!